What's going on, you crazy bastards? You're back here with Rob Kimball for a Monday Night Raw review. And let's start it off with a big rest in peace warrior. Jim Hellwig, yes, you will live on forever through the warriors out there. You were such an inspiration to people, and you will be greatly missed. Rest in peace, brother. Okay, we start off the show with Tribute to Warrior. We get all the guys out onto the ramp wearing Warrior shirts. We get an awesome Warrior video package. Some of the highlights of his career. Amazing stuff. WWE was very classy. They've done such a good job with reacting to the whole Warrior thing that is such a tragedy. And kudos to WWE. Even Vince McMahon was out there. Very cool. So we start off the show with the #1 contenders tournament for the Intercontinental Championship, which is going to be Extreme Rules against Big E. So we have 4 matches this week at Raw, and then another 2 next week, and then I don't know if they're going to do the final match next week or the week after. But, so we start off the show with Del Rio versus RVD for their chance to move on into this tournament. RVD ends up winning the match with a monster 5 stars frog splash, and it looks like it hurt him like a motherfucker when he nailed it, but he picks up the win, and we move on to a video package of the Shield and the Authority, and that just from last week, and Triple H is trying to get the, well, not Authority, Evolution back together. So we get another Ultimate Moments video package. SummerSlam 1988, Warrior against Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man was when he had that IC streak back then, and he said he'll challenge anybody. And then Warrior's music hits, he comes running to the ring. It was like a 60-second match or so. It was a very quick match. Warrior takes the IC belt. This fucking Raw is like geared for the IC belt. It's very awesome to see that they're actually putting time and effort and making it a prestigious belt that it actually is. So awesome. I fucking missed that SummerSlam 88. It was such a great moment when I was a kid. Loved it. Glad to see it again on Monday Night Raw. For a lot of new young viewers, they don't know exactly a lot of matches that happened and took place, and they got to see some tonight, which is awesome. And we're backstage, Triple H, Batista, and Orton, and Stephanie McMahon. They're trying to reform the Evolution, and Batista and Orton are just not feeling it. They want a chance at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, so they say no, and that was that. Go on to a Rhodes Brothers versus Ryback, and Ryback just fucking nails a monster lariat on Cody Rhodes when he goes to deliver a disaster kick. Ryback wins this one, but Cody, thank God, when he came in, he got the crowd back into it because the match was falling apart. It was just bad in the beginning. And then we get the new Divas champ, Paige, comes down to the ring versus Alicia Fox. And let me tell you, this is the best Divas match I have seen in a very, very long time. And Paige picks up the win, and she hits this fucking submission move called the Scorpion Crosslock. Holy shit, awesome, fucking awesome. And the match was so aggressive, the girls were fucking fighting. This was awesome. Liked it. I haven't liked a Divas match in probably 4 years. Oh my God, this was good. I liked it. Really good stuff. Move on to the Usos versus Orton and Batista. And, you know, just a slow match, but it looked like that Orton and Batista were actually trying to have a match here and not give a shit about the whole tag team division, which was good. But then the Shield comes out, and Roman Reigns super punches Batista. Fucking awesome. It was cool, and it worked out. And we move on to my favorite WWE moment ever. Ultimate Warrior versus Hogan at WrestleMania 6. This is when I learned to be fucking a mark. I loved that moment when I was a child, and it lasts forever. It's a great moment, and I'm so glad they showed this. It was a huge moment when he won the fucking World Heavyweight Championship from Hogan, and he was IC champion. Like I said, this fucking Raw was built around the Intercontinental Championship, and it's good to see. And Orton and Batista are backstage walking. They're pissed off. And Triple H just walks up to him and says, I told you so. And so you can see that they're going to be thinking about this. And Heyman comes out, and he's rubbing the whole death of the streak into the fucking faces of everyone out there. He's just saying it over and over and over and over. And then he introduces Cesaro to come out against Mark Henry, which I wish it was more. The beginning of Heyman's speech was less Lesnar and more Cesaro, to put Cesaro over. Anyway, Cesaro, oof, he's going after him, doing everything he can. He's really not getting into it, but he starts nailing them fucking European uppercuts and hits the neutralizer on Mark Henry. He picks that big motherfucker up, lands the neutralizer, gets the win. Awesome. And I don't know if the crowd knows. They don't know if he's a face or a heel. So they don't know if they're supposed to cheer or... And so that made it a little confusing for fans, but Cesaro's awesome. Just cheer him, guys. And then we move on to the WWE thanks the fans. They say thank you. They put together an awesome video package about the amount of work that they do. But then, if we weren't there, it would be all nothing. So, really cool to see. And we got Lana introducing Alexander Rousseff against Xavier Woods. Wow, Xavier Woods' little anything, whatever the fuck he had, was very short-lived. So, Rousseff puts him into the Accolade Camel Clutch. And it was like a 30-second match. And anyway, R-Truth comes in because he wouldn't get out of the Accolade, and R-Truth gets flung around, and then he's over there in the corner with Xavier Woods. It just reminded me of when Rocky was with Apollo Creed, and the Russian was just standing there, and if he dies, he dies. It is exactly the same thing. Pretty cool. And that was that. Then we got another Warrior moment. Warrior SummerSlam 1990 cage match with Rick Rude. And let me tell you, the best feud of when I was a kid was fucking Rick Rude and Ultimate Warrior. That was the greatest shit ever. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I just watched the Warriors' new DVD earlier today, and he was talking about how much he loved working with Rick Rude. Rick Rude was fucking great. Ravishing Rick Rude and that awesome mustache. Fucking killer. Those two had so many matches back and forth when I was a kid. Fucking loved it. And I love that they put this in there as an Ultimate Warrior moment, because Ultimate Warrior and Rick Rude, they just went hand in hand. Then we have Swagger versus Sheamus. And Sheamus nails the brogue kick for the win after he had the Patriot Lock fucking put onto him. And he escaped that. But he's okay to nail the brogue kick after the Patriot Lock, which makes him collapse when he gets out of the ring after. So he plants his foot, blasts a kick to a dude that's 6'6" or something like that. But then after he fucking wins, now he's going to sell the injury. Jesus Christ, win a different way. Put him in white noise or something while you're hobbling on an ankle. Would have been cool if you did that. Okay, then we get we're going to have Warrior Week on the WWE Network. Fucking awesome, cool, so we get more Ultimate Warrior. A lot of young fans, like I'm saying, getting introduced to the Ultimate Warrior. It's a great time to fucking watch it. It's there. It's sad that the man passed, but watch his legacy. It's fucking amazing. Loved Warrior. Okay, Sandow comes out, and he's got something he's got to get off his chest. He's talking and talking. Big Show comes out. He just stands in the corner once he finally gets to the ring, and Sandow's telling him, right now's a good time to keep it to yourself if you have something to say, because he really needs to get this off his chest. He goes on, I kind of figured what happened was going to happen, and after all the rambling of Damien Sandow, eventually Big Show just knockout punch, done. Damien Sandow's out. Poor bastard he is well deserving of more than he's getting. Absolutely. I like Damien Sandow, and hopefully things will change for him. Maybe he's got to go through a really bad low point to come back up. And that does happen with some of these guys. Some of the storylines, it's just the way it works out. Then we get the Wyatts out to the ring, cutting a promo, and Bray Wyatt is fucking amazing on the mic, guys. Great. And I hear some people bitching and complaining that he just repeats himself. But if that's your character, that's how you're going to be. You can't go from fucking A to Z, totally different stuff. He's just being a character. That's who he is. So, he's amazing. Just great. Have you heard him stutter once? I haven't. Anyway, Cena comes out, and because Bray's talking about John Cena, so this feud is still going. It's awesome. Cena comes out, does some really, really childish gay shit. Not saying gay is bad. Just saying it was really, really stupid, petty, and just very childish. So I did not like anything that Cena had to say. But then he comes up with a good idea at Extreme Rules to have a cage match with Bray Wyatt without his goons with him. And it should be a really, really cool match. But man, when Bray gets going on the mic after that, you have to listen to the man when he has a mic. It is so good. Love it. Okay, then we move on to Santino and Emma versus Fandango and Layla. Yes, Layla. Because Summer Rae and Fandango sort of broke up over a Twitter conversation. And anyway, Layla comes out, does the same dance moves. And eventually, Layla gets a win by knocking Emma off the top turnbuckle. And that was that. Fuck, that was strange, but hey, it's a new feud, besides Fandango and Santino, but I would like to see more Emma without the dancing. And hey, Layla, it's been a long time since we've seen her really do anything, so cool. Then we're backstage with Stephanie McMahon and Kane, and she's just talking to him like he's a child and telling him like such a piece of shit, and you're not this, you're not, you used to be all this big bad red machine monster. And finally he snaps and gets mad and breathes real heavy on her and takes the box off his mask, and it looks like he's holding the mask and he's going to bring it back and decimate Daniel Bryan. So I guess we're going to see Kane come back with the mask on again. And later on we get a video package of him with mask, and yeah, I guess that's going to be the thing now with Kane. Cool. Hopefully that's how he does end his career, with the mask on, not off. Very cool. And another Warrior package from Raw last week. The things he had to say in that was, my God, so moving, because it's like he's talking about, he's seen the future. He knew what was going to happen. And he just did that last Monday night, and then 20 hours later, the man passes away. It's just the strangest thing, but it's great that he got to do all of that before he did pass. And I really like seeing a video package again, and I hope they continue to show more Warrior as we move on with the WWE. And then we have Ziggler versus Barrett. Bad news, Barrett. And nobody really wants to chant bad news, and he tries to get everyone to chant it, but it just flopped. And anyway, the Winds of Change, I guess, is just a move that anybody can kick out of now, because Rey Mysterio last week, now Dolph Ziggler. But he ends up hitting the Bull Hammer. I guess that's his killer finisher. I still like Wasteland. And, well, the Bull Hammer comes out. He wins the match. And it was a good match back and forth. I think there was a couple too many commercials, but good match. And then we get Shield versus Del Rio, Jack Swagger, Fandango, 3MB, Titus O'Neil, Ryback, Alexander Rusev, and Bad News Barrett. So anyways, you can tell it's going to be a chaotic mess. Eventually it's just a fucking DQ, and then it just turns into a crazy fucking rumble. And then we get Evolution's music kicks in, and you have Batista, Randy Orton, and Triple H come out. They have the Evolution logo. They got the music going, the old school Evolution music. And they come out, and they just beat down the Shield, kick the rest of the guys out of the ring besides the Shield. And Roman Reigns catches it first, the RKO, then a Batista bomb, and then the same thing, Seth Rollins, and then they go after Ambrose, but we get a Batista bomb with an RKO, and then Triple H comes out, pedigrees fucking Roman Reigns, and he tells them to believe in evolution. And that's how we wrap up the show, guys. Tell me what you think. Comment, rate, subscribe, and see who do you think is going to be the next IC champ. Let me know. Or at least have the chance to have a match. And personally, everyone, I think you know who it's going to be. The man from Switzerland. So, Cesaro would be nice to see. Bring that belt back to being prestigious like it was in the days of Warrior. So, guys, I will catch you next time. Don't forget to use the hashtag reinstate Andre Corbiel. The man has lost his account, and it's just not fair for the bullshit. All right, guys, do that. Follow me on Twitter at Rob Kimball Brand. I will catch you guys next time. Peace.